Welcome everybody as the NXTeam predicts NXT UK TakeOver Cardiff. I am your host, the Rated R reviewer, Stephen Osborne, joined as always by the General, Jerry Slaughter.
Good evening, wrestling fans.
And tonight, we've got three people helping us predict this show. Normally we would have Noah Foster anyway. How's it going, Simple Man?
Going well, gentlemen. It's been a while since we've had a takeover in the UK. January, I believe. Now
Yep.
finally get this
So
off
25.
the shelf and wipe off the dust from it. I look forward to defending against y'all. Let's do this.
And we've got the dynamic duo of the NXTeam. We've got Colin Andrew and Chris Mace. How's it going, Cleaver?
Oh man, it's going good. I'm here to talk some wrestling with you guys. It's good to be here. It's good to be back for another predictions video. So I'm getting ready to win some gold from Noah there.
And Holiday, are we going to do another bet between you and the General on what the punishment is for the loser of this predictions?
Yes, we are, because I need to redeem myself, and I'm glad I finally get to do an NXT prediction video with y'all, so thank y'all for having me.
All right, so what's the dance?
Go ahead, Jerry, you say it.
Chris over here is a little bit of a historian, so we're going to go with the Wonder Kid Alex Wright dance from the early 90s WCW.
And there we go.
Support, no DQ.
So let's kick this off with the general order of business.
Yes.
The tag team titles first. So this is a triple threat match. We've got grizzled young veterans, Zach Gibson and James Drake. We've got Gallus's, Mark Coffey and Wolfgang. And we've got Mark Andrews and Flash Morgan Webster, the man with three names. And we didn't necessarily need them, but I like the idea of a triple threat tag team match. We haven't seen that yet, I don't think.
Well, it adds another dynamic to the match, because we haven't seen a stipulation where Zach Gibson and James Drake could lose the belts without even being in the pinfall.
Yeah, you could see Mark Andrews pin Wolfgang.
Yeah.
And there you go. We have our new transitional champions for hopefully Marcel Bartel and Fabian Eichner to come in and become the heel champs. But I guess that gives away my prediction, but I was officially going to start with Noah Foster.
Oh, okay. Yeah, because I've been watching it every week, and I see how this develops. The bottom line, it's obvious that Mark Andrews and Flash Morgan Webster, they were put into this as hometown favorites. And then you have Gallus, that claims it's their kingdom. And then you got the team of the grizzled young veterans. I really like that team. I've been liking them since Progress. But you gotta figure out, is this the time the titles finally change hands? And you got the third team here, and I think it's just due for a breakup. I'm gonna say, though, that because Joe Coffey didn't pull it off. Not the hell of it. I'm gonna go with Gallus for the win here.
Oh.
Support, no DQ.
All right, Colin Andrew, who do you have for this match?
Oh man, see, I'm wishing there was a couple different teams in this match. I mean, I don't mind that Gallus is in this match. Don't get me wrong, but Mandrews and Flash Morgan Webster. Don't know why they're in this match. It should be Marcel Bartel and Fabian Eichner in their place. But hey, it is what it is. I'm actually also going to agree with Noah and go Gallus on this one, because if Gallus isn't, if Eichner and Barcel are not champions right now, it should be Gallus. We've seen the grizzled young veterans for the last 6 months with the titles. So
Correct.
It's time to change that up a little bit. And putting them on Mandrews and Flash Morgan Webster, I don't see them as a credible tag team. I see them just thrown together and to be added to the match just to make it a little more special. But I think James Drake and Zach Gibson will give it one hell of a run as the inaugural champions, but I think it's time for Gallus to take the kingdom, and then we'll get Gallus versus Imperium.
Chris?
I'm going to agree with Noah and Colin. I think Gallus is going to take this and become the new champion so they can have that feud with Imperium. That's what I've been waiting to see, is Gallus versus Imperium, so this would be a good start to it. They win the tag titles, and then they can feud with Imperium over the tag titles, and maybe even try to go after the UK title based on what happens.
Hey,
Jerry?
You ignorant sluts. Do you guys not watch our show in like any way, shape, or form? We've been talking about this for like the past week. Mark Andrews and Flash Morgan Webster are destined to win these belts, become transitional champions, and lose to Imperium in that order. Marcel Bartel and Fabian Eichner are going to take the belts off of them. They're the reason Flash Morgan Webster and Mark Andrews are even a team. And this would set prime, especially if Walter keeps the belt, for possibly if the Undisputed Era wins all the gold, we'll have War Games, Undisputed Era versus Imperium at War Games. And we'll call it like the UK invasion. It'd be awesome. It'd be great. I'm rooting for Mark Andrews and Flash Morgan Webster just so they can lose them to Eichner and Bartel.
Okay, rooting for
a heel turn finally by the man with 3 names, and I'm all for it.
I'm rooting for him. I'm predicting.
Okay.
It's either way.
Okay, so I can write this down officially.
Yes.
All right, so we got 3 guys versus you 2 for Andrews and the man with 3 names.
Well, no, I haven't officially given my prediction yet.
Oh,
okay.
I was going into this leaning towards Jerry, but honestly, like, you don't take the belts off of the inaugural champions that have held them this long, that beat Mustache Mountain to get the titles, and put them on Flash Morgan Webster and Mark Andrews that don't even have a better winning streak than loss streak. Like, it's got to go to Gallus if they're going to lose the titles. But maybe they don't lose the titles. Everybody's calling for them to lose the titles, but man, they are a damn good tag team.
Mm-hmm.
And even when you separate them and you put just James Drake in the ring with, who was it, Mark Andrews.
That was a great match.
It was a great match.
I'm going to go with a title retention.
Oh, Grizzled Young Vets.
nice.
I'm going to be the odd man out here.
That's cool. If they win, it'll be the second time you pulled that off with the Grizzled Young Veterans.
That's true.
Yep.
Okay, so let's go with Noam Dar versus Travis Banks. Yeah, definitely. Colin, who you got?
Noam Dar. I'm not even giving a reason because my reaction said it all.
Chris?
Much I can't stand the man. I'm going to go with Travis Banks on this.
Wow. Noah?
Ah, jeez. This is one of those matches that I feel is so obvious to call, but again, NXT UK, it could surprise me. Travis Banks didn't get his opportunity at the first TakeOver. And Noam Dar, he's been on a hot streak since coming over to the UK. Damn it! I guess the real question is, what could I see happening after this? Because I see the loser competing more on 205 Live at this point, because they don't got a mid-card title. But, I can't go against the guy's momentum. He's already had a shot at the freaking title. But what's he going to do with a win? I'm going with Noam Dar by shenanigans.
Jerry?
It's actually the one I'm torn the most on because it's the one I care about the least out of the rest of this card.
Agreed.
So you have Noam Dar, who's super entertaining and everything, but you also have Travis Banks, who probably won't even make it to the match. So I'm actually gonna go with Travis Banks, thinking the match is going to get thrown out and we'll get somebody else against Noam Dar.
So instead of Travis Banks, you want to go
Kenny
with
Williams.
mystery opponent?
I would go a mystery opponent, but I figure we're going to go with whoever's set to be in the card at this point.
So you're actually going to go with Travis Banks?
I'm actually going to go with Travis Banks, and you think about it, this is his second time that he's supposed to be on NXT TakeOver UK. And it'll be like and he was supposed to be on the second match of that last card. So
I think all of that was unfortunate, and we are going to see Travis Banks versus Noam Dar, and when that match happens, Kenny Williams is going to come out and cost Travis Banks the win, because Travis Banks is the one that defeated Kenny Williams when Noam Dar had nothing to do with it. He was just there on commentary. And then now all the focus is on Travis Banks. Well, maybe there was something to what Noam Dar was trying to tell Kenny Williams. And he is going to now be under the wing, yet another wing, of Noam Dar, and he's going to do that by helping him win. So shenanigans as well. Up next, let's do Dave Mastiff versus Joe Coffey. Last man standing. And let's start with Chris Mace.
I'm going with Mastiff to win this. Like I said, if I think you're going to end up building them up, hopefully for Walter down the line, then you need to have Mastiff win. I think it's going to be a damn good match, and they're going to beat the shit out of each other, but I think Mastiff's going to win this.
Noah?
This is going to be physical, and I can't wait. I'm honestly calling for Gallus to really prove a point here, saying that this is their kingdom. You gotta remember, Joe Coffey came off the previous TakeOver with the longest match of the night against Pete Dunne, and I thought he was going to win it. He needs to win here, in my opinion, more than Mastiff does. Okay, I like the idea of Mastiff being set up for the title. I don't think they're going to do it yet. I got another idea on that, and I'll talk more about that later. Bottom line, I am going with the Iron King for Gallus. Joe Coffey for the win.
Colin?
Oh, man, I mean, Joe Coffey all day. Joe Coffey, like Noah said, needs this win more than Mastiff does at this point. And we need just, Gallus just needs that little extra push right now, in my opinion. So I am going to go with Joe Coffey. It's going to be a close match. It's going to be a tight match. It's going to be an awesome match. But at the end of the day, Gallus is reigning supreme.
So you two think that this is where we see Mastiff suffer his first loss in a singles match in his entirety of WWE?
Three.
Or
I do.
Jerry.
It's not by pinfall submission, so if you're going to give that
three.
loss, do it through a stipulation.
He's not getting pinned. He's not tapping out. He's just not getting back up.
He's getting incapacitated for a 10
for
count.
10 seconds.
Yeah.
So maybe some shenanigans, maybe a forklift.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Gallus get involved here.
Well, I don't see Gallus getting involved, but Stefan kind of took the words out of my mouth. The fact that anything really goes in a last man standing match. We've actually seen, forklifts and stuff be used to hold the guy down for a 10 count because there's really no rules. So if Joe Coffey is going to win, if it's not by like three of his discus clotheslines or whatnot, it'll be through some means of holding him down with something else.
Table.
So definitely a table or something. But yeah, I see Coffey coming off with the win, especially after his loss at the first NXT.
Best for the bells. That's the clothesline you're talking about. But anyway, all right, Stephen, what do you got?
I think he's convinced me. I'm going to go with Coffey as well. I was going to go in with Mastiff because why ruin the streak? But yeah, if you're going to do it easily, some kind of shenanigans like they did with Big Show, flip the announcer's desk over on top of him.
Yep.
Till he can't get up. Shit like
if
that.
If the announcer desk is even at ringside, then again, this could go anywhere. And Mastiff won the first TakeOver, so why not?
So before the main event, we've got the women's main event, Toni Storm versus Kaylee Ray for the NXT UK Women's Championship. Let's start with Jerry.
Alright. I'm going to surprise y'all. I'm going to go with Toni Storm.
Wow.
She's going to keep the shiny. I'm going to eat my Chinese.
Noah.
I've been waiting for this setup since the brand was announced. Looking at these two's history in the ring with one another or just coinciding under the same promotion, I could not be more excited for what I think is going to be one of the best women's wrestling matches I see this year under the WWE brand, period. But with that being said, I'm a huge fan of Kaylee Ray, the queen of hardcore, and I feel like they're going to set up on this. Kaylee Ray was Piper Niven after she's done with Rhea Ripley. Kaylee Ray takes the shiny from Toni Storm.
Colin?
No, I couldn't have said it better, man. This is where we see a new women's champion. This is where we see a change in the division. Kaylee Ray all day. She's on a hot streak right now.
Chris?
Kaylee Ray, 'cause I can't stand Tony Storm, and it's time for a change with the women's title, so Kaylee Ray all the way.
Oh, what's wrong with Tony Storm? I never said it was a big problem for her, but boy, did Kaylee Ray make it personal. What you got against her?
I
Yeah.
just don't like her.
I agree.
Not get a Motley Crew?
This is probably where Jerry gets a point over all of us, but I agree, Kaylee Ray.
Stranger things have happened.
Mm-hmm.
They've built her up as the best opponent for Tony Storm, and who was it? Colin. Somebody was right. Like they need to have the title on a heel so that Piper Niven can go after it.
Piper Niven or Zaya Brookside, there's so much potential I see with Kaylee Ray as champion. Tony Storm has had a great run. Time for a change. Let's see what she can do on the chase.
I'm honestly not sure why we aren't seeing Piper Niven and Rhea Ripley on this card. It looks like they're setting up for another match.
Mm-hmm.
I think we'll get
Honestly, I'd rather
that.
see that than Noam Dar's Travis Banks. Just saying.
I'd rather see
Yeah, I would've rather seen
a
that.
sixth match. Why not 6 matches?
Well,
Because,
I think that'd take away from me, and I think the 5-match card for takeovers is working out just as well.
Yeah, but NXT's different. It doesn't have that. You don't have to have 20-minute matches every match.
That is true.
Who are you, and what have you done to Stephen Osborne?
I'm just saying, like they're different. Like they can put on a 12-minute match that's really good. Do 2 of those, and you've saved yourself the time of that extra match.
I can agree with that.
So anyway, we're on to the main
We also are
event.
going to force out the person in the crowd. I'm sure we'll have like a backstage thing. So, you know.
We've got Walter defending the WWE
Yeah.
UK Championship against
Don't say it like that.
Tyler Bate.
Stupid.
WWE United Kingdom Championship. They need to just change it to the NXT United Kingdom Championship.
They do.
Yeah.
Nigel
Thank
McGuinness
you.
refers to it all the time anyways.
But we've been making that argument for 6 months now, I think.
We also have been arguing for or pulling for a European belt, but that's probably not going to happen either.
Yep, we're.
That'd be an awesome announcement if that was made here, though.
All right, Noah. Who's winning this match?
I called it. I freaking called it. They are recreating Hello Wembley. Oh my gosh. And I recently just rewatched that match. Tyler Bate, the first ever NXT UK champion. But they've already made him look extremely strong over Imperium. But I truly feel like Walter versus Jordan Devlin is in the near future. It is for that reason alone I am going with Imperium's own Walter to retain.
Colin?
Oh, the king of the chop, man. Walter. It's going to be a great match. Tyler Bate looked extremely strong boyish the other day, kicking the shit out of everybody with a chair. But there ain't going to be no chair in Cardiff. You might have Tyler Bate or Trent Seven down in your corner, but so will be Eichner, Barthel, and Wolf. So at the end of the day, it's going to be a good match. I'm hoping to see another Tyler Driver 97 on Walter, because that's just pure power, and it's awesome.
How strong is that guy?
I know, right?
Yeah.
Maybe we'll get Dominic Mysterio in the crowd, maybe. But no.
Well, Walter will already be there.
Yeah.
That would be hilarious.
I bet Rampage will be in the crowd if nobody else.
Chris Mace, what's
Yeah,
your
Walter.
prediction on the main event?
I'm going Walter to retain. I think they made him look weak in the last episode of NXT UK with him getting beaten up like he did. So I think it's easily he's going to retain this title.
Jerry?
I was going to go with Bate for the longest time, but the idea of even Imperium holding all the gold here relatively soon, and they could still continue a program with Tyler Bate and Alexander Wolf, because I think I'd like to see that match too. So I want to see Walter retain in this. I really do. So Walter retain.
All right, Stephen, are we unanimous or are you going to be the odd one out?
Well, after Walter won the title and then defended it against the former champ, we're like, okay, now who can take on Walter? And we had a short list, and at the top of it was always Dave Mastiff.
Yeah.
But since then, we've gotten Travis Banks, who, I mean, come on. That was just a
It was
filler.
okay, but we all
No,
filler
it
championship
wasn't.
match. It was
It's okay,
somebody
go
for
ahead.
Walter to beat. And our next opponent is somebody that's not all that much bigger. And that's Tyler Bate. Now he's, quote, big, strong boy. And we know that he can do power moves on Walter, even though Walter is a very big and, heavy dude. But still, like, Pete Dunne held the championship for almost 2 years, drops it to Walter. Is he really going to hold it for 3.5 months and then drop it to Tyler Bate? No.
Yeah.
I think he defeated the second ever and then longest reigning champion, and then he had a filler match, and now he's going to defeat the very first champion, and he's going to move on, and eventually Mastiff might take the title off of him.
Add more, lineage to the belt there. That'd be great.
So
I wouldn't mind seeing Walter versus Jordan Devlin, though. And with the way Jordan Devlin has basically been saying, why am I not on this card? And we got him already being set up for a match after this UK TakeOver special. Wouldn't surprise me for him to be next. They faced each other in over-the-top rope wrestling on several occasions.
okay, well, I'm going with Walter. Yeah, unanimous. All right, the last thing we have to determine here is everybody's match order. That is going to be our tiebreaker. Let's start with Colin.
Well, since every time I vote against it, I never get it right, I'm going with general order.
So we're going to do it as we've listed it out tonight.
Yeah.
1, 2,
Yes,
3, 4,
yes, sir.
5. All right. How about you, Chris?
I'm going to go with General's order on this one.
Before I write all these, 1, 2,
I was
3,
about to
4,
say, is
5,
everybody going to go with the general order on this one?
we might need a different tiebreaker.
Noah?
He's thinking,
You even said it like the general order before you started.
But they did it the last time at NXT UK TakeOver this exact same way.
I know, but-
Title, special single.
Right down to Travis Banks being in the second match, even though Finn Balor took his spot.
But this isn't Finn Balor's Noam Dar that I can see happening here, and Kenny Williams' Noam Dar is like man to me. I almost want to switch the freaking last man standing in the second match because I feel like you need a cooler. Because the women at NXT UK to me do not feel like cooler versus somewhere else. Fuck it. Tag team title match, last man standing, Jarvis, Banks as your cooler, women's and men.
Jerry, I'm assuming you're going to go with the general order there.
Oh, of course.
Oh my god. So
I
that
gotta be
leaves me.
bold on something.
Man, I feel like changing it up just because.
I know, right?
I mean, it makes a lot of sense, but at the same time, I don't know if you put on a last man standing match right before the women's championship match. I feel like you're going to turn what should be a good match into a cooler match by doing that.
Exactly.
Any match with Tony Storm's going to be a cooler match.
I think you follow up the momentum of the triple threat tag match with the last man standing match, and then the cooler ends up being the first, let's say, 6 to 8 minutes of Noam Dar versus Travis Banks. So I'm gonna go
with me?
I'm gonna agree with Noah. I'm gonna go tag match first, and then the last man standing, and then Dar versus
standing
Banks.
matches
and
usually
women's
go longer than like a no
championship.
disqualification match, for example. You gotta really build a way to end the match for a 10 count. So that's why I really feel like they're gonna change it here. I feel like last man standing is gonna be treated farther and better than a no DQ.
Well,
Like,
technically speaking,
match-
that could be the general's order as well, because there is no mid-card title here.
Yeah.
And
Yeah.
both of the matches that we, interchanged for 2 and 3, either one of them could be considered a spot for that title or the showcase match. Like which one's which? Which
Yeah.
one's more important? What?
Exactly.
Well, I feel the one with the stipulation on it is more important.
Yeah, but do you compare
Yeah.
that to the title match? Because you could have a match with a stipulation that's non-title, that's the showcase match. Maybe that's the showcase match.
True. That's true.
Well,
It would really
yeah,
shock
yeah.
me if they moved the women's match to like the middle of the card or something like that. But I feel like they're gonna definitely keep the top 2 titles back to back.
I almost feel like they're going to start the show with Dar versus Travis Banks,
Which would be horrible, I think.
and then the
It's
tag
not gonna-
title match, and then.
It's a lame start, man.
Anyway, how do you know? How do you know, man? I'm telling you, Noam Dar could probably pull out a good match from Travis Banks.
But we're still talking about Travis Banks.
All right.
Well, here's my thing, though. I mean,
I felt everybody just kind of gave that, like, look, see?
What were you saying, Colin?
I said back in Progress, I still watch Progress Wrestling. I still do in my downtime. And I loved watching Travis Banks in Progress Wrestling. But since he showed up to NXT UK, he hasn't done shit to impress me.
Injury prone.
That's why I shit all over him now, because I know his potential. I've seen his potential, and this is what the fuck I want from him, and we don't get anything near it. It's terrible.
Well, that concludes this prediction video. Let's start
That's the
with
way to do it.
let's start with Noah.
Oh, okay. Gentlemen, good luck to you all, and good luck to the rest of the NXT team. Ladies and gentlemen, if you want to know more about me, know this. I'm just a simple man and a lifelong fan of wrestling. So if you want to follow me and talk anything wrestling, you can look me up on Twitter. NoDQ.com takes you to my Twitter page. Or follow my civil YouTube channel here at youtube.com/user/Noah210. You'll find all sort of recaps, predictions, reviews on all things wrestling, WWE and beyond, AEW, New Japan Pro Wrestling, Impact Wrestling, Independent Wrestling, Support Independent Wrestling, folks, and Ring of Honor. And stay tuned, of course, later this week to NoDQ.com, where we'll do predictions on AEW All Out, and I'll also be doing predictions on New Japan Pro Wrestling World Quest on my civil YouTube channel. I'm sure these guys are going to plug NoDQ, but I'll just make it simple with that. Support NoDQ, simple as that. For the reason we're all here on YouTube. Buy a shirt, follow them on all your platforms. And as always, I like to close. Support your wrestling houses big and small. And let's keep growing this wrestling community together. Simple as that. Saturday's going to be a long freaking day. I'm ready.
Yeah, I think there's a new URL. It's nodq.com/merch.
Mm-hmm.
MERCH.
Oh, cool. So he did put it all under that.
Yep, he switched it to merch.
So, Colin, where can we find you?
Good idea.
You can find me on Twitter at NoDQ, Colin Andrew. You can follow me on Instagram at Colin26Andrew. And you can find me on YouTube and support my video series, The Chopping Block and Prime Cuts at
Good stuff.
Colin, COLIN_ANDREW. So I have like 20 subscribers. So if you want to help my channel out, that'd be great. This is a fun video. Doing it with you guys. Good luck. And we'll see you in Cardiff, man.
Chris, you want to plug anybody else?
You can follow me on Twitter at Christopher Mace, Sports Cindy G and good brother Chris. They have the AEW Nation on Facebook. They're over 14,000 now, so that's going strong. Support James and Owen. They do great work. I can't remember any of their channels. It's hard for me to remember all that stuff, so that's...
Okay, for Cindy, it's YouTube/user/simply_C_OK. For James, look for Weymouth Youth Wrestling. That's WEYMOUTH Youth Wrestling. And then for Owen, it's Wrestling Fortune 44.
Fortune.
Yep.
Yeah.
44. And if you want to find me, you can go to nodq.com/Stefan. That's STEFAN. If you just want to look me up on Twitter, it's at Stephan R. Osborne, OSBORNE. As always, the R stands for restricted. And you can also find the gentleman on Twitter.
Jerry Two Belts over here, currently.
We'll see about that.
Currently the NXTeam champion and the Super Chat champion
Yes.
of the Galaxy.
Happy birthday to me. At NoDQ Journal on Twitter, and also my Facebook group Armbar, all capital, ARMBAR, exclamation point.
Don't forget it.
All of us are moderators or administrators on there. Just find us. We'll go ahead and get you added into the group. They'll try at us on regular Facebook. It will not bode well for you.
No, it could get you kicked out of armbar.
Yes, it can.
It's happened, I
dude.
swear.
Mm-hmm.
You can also find me on Instagram at osborne.stefan. I don't post anything, but I think it would be hilarious to have a ton of followers and no content. It'd be great.
I've seen it.
You can also find us on our YouTube channel, Aftermatch Wrestling. That's all one word, AFTERMATCH, Aftermatch
Wrestling.
That way.
Wait.
There's the lag. But
It sounded cool anyway.
we are
Everybody's
fluctuating between 99 and 101 subscribers because of, I guess, a troll.
We've got high hopes.
Yeah, somebody added 4 accounts subscribed to our channel, and then when we got over 100, they unsubscribed all of them.
Yeah.
So when we got to 98, they added 2 of them, and then when we got to 101, they took them back.
Yeah.
So we're still waiting on that last true subscriber to hit 100. But once we hit 100, we are going to start doing no DQ live, or no, not no DQ. We're going to start doing What's NXT live. On NoDQ.com's YouTube channel, and that'll be fun.
Mm-hmm.
And if you like our videos, click the like button that's over here underneath me. If you like all of our videos, do yourself a favor, click the subscribe button that's over there underneath the fortune cookie. Subscribe to NoDQ.com and click that bell icon, because when we do finally hit 100 subscribers and go live to NoDQ.com, that'll let you know on a Thursday morning, let's say 7 a.m.-ish. And you can join us as we review NXT. And then on our channel, we will still continue to do the NXT party, and you can join us there. If you don't have Twitter, if you don't have Facebook, if you don't have Instagram, you can leave a message down below with your email address. And you can be on the big screen. Come have a spot of NXT with us and help us review a future episode of NXT UK.
Mm-hmm.
I think that's all the plugs.
Yeah.
So, for the Simple Man, Noah Foster. For the Cleaver, Colin Andrew. For the Holiday, Chris Mace. For the General Jerry Slaughter, I'm the Wizard of No DQ, Stephen Osborne. Thank you for joining us, and we will see you NXT time.
Prepare to lose, gentlemen.
Have a good night, folks. Jerry,
Have a good one, y'all.
Wankers.
Everybody get your goodbyes in, man.